Please welcome to Lee Jordan Field, Mr. Doug Shaper. Let's play Chinooks baseball. Thank you, Mr. Shaper. Throwing out tonight's first pitch of this doubleheader will be the owner of North.
Good evening, Chinook fans, and first and foremost, happy 241st birthday to the United States of America. I hope you all are having a great 4th of July. Thank you for making us a part of your holiday weekend. I am Cale Duarte, joined by finally at home Ryan Beck. Ryan, first off, how is your 4th going? And finally, at Lee Jordan Field, you're in the booth. Happy to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. The view on this side of the booth is a lot nicer. I'm usually in the middle side working on just the technical side of baseball. But it's great to be here. It's great to celebrate the 4th of July playing America's pastime. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, so are we. And on the mound for your Chinooks, about to throw the first pitch of the game, is Tyler Weekly, the right-hander from Charleston Southern University, 6'3", 180. He comes into this game with a 1-0 record, a 3.13 ERA, and in 5 games, his 23 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 17 hits. And coming to the plate for the Miners to lead things off is the DH from Grand Canyon University, Quinn Cotton. And here comes Weekly with the first pitch of the game. And that one is the first pitch pop out, and that's going to be called off by Johnson, left fielder. And Ryan, what a way to start that game. 1 out, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Pretty efficient way to start off a ball game for a pitcher, at least.
Yeah, if he keeps going, this doubleheader will be a breeze. Elijah McNamee now up to the plate. In the field tonight for your Chinooks, in the squat tonight behind the dish, Adam Rowe. Just over at first base, Luke Coffey. At second base is the Aussie, Brandon Mitchie. Playing the hot corner tonight is Aaron Shackelford. At shortstop, we have Alex Schmitz. And from left to right, we have Jeremy Johnson, Mike Capriz, and Levi Gilcrease. And there's another first pitch, and that has a chance to drop. Gilcrease and right, going to give that a run. And he's just going to miss that as that ball tinkers there foul. Elijah McNamee up from Mississippi State University. Followed by him is Justin Ammons, then Nick Brooks, then Preston Pavlik hitting 5th, batting 6th, then behind the dish, playing catcher Andy Thomas. Batting 7th is Austin Dennis, batting 8th, Oscar Marchena, and batting 9th, Rainer Osmus. And on the mound for the Miners, and you'll see in the bottom half of this inning, is Peyton Robinson. Weekly now, the 0-1 pitch. Coming to McNamee. And that one is right back over to Gilcrease and right. Gilcrease going to give it another chase. And Gilcrease just again misses that as that's just out of his reach. And Ryan, it seems like these minor hitters seeing what Weekly has tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, staying on it for a hitter would be key, but as long as Weekly can keep him fouling pitches off instead of ripping them into the, the gaps or up the middle, that's definitely going to prove to be in the defense's favor here.
0-2 pitch from Weekly. Oh, and just missed on that break, and all that hung high. Well, Tyler Weekly comes into this game the league leader in strikeouts, 26 Ks in 23 innings. And that is a pretty good ratio going on in the 1-2 pitch. And that one's lining it out to Prees. Prees has to give chase. Heads back to the 1-2 track, and Prees just misses that. And McNamee's going to round first. And the ball's at the bottom of the fence. And McNamee's going to stay at second. And the Miners have a 1-out double in the top half of the first. Prees out there that gave that a good run, but just over the head of the Chinooks center fielder.
Batting for the Miners, number 2, Justin Evans.
Now, Ryan, you've been here 19 years, or 18 years, right?
18, yes.
18 4th of Julys. What's the craziest thing you've seen?
I don't know. Fireworks in Alaska are kind of trippy. It's usually you wait for it to get dark, but it doesn't get dark here.
I heard it's midnight they do fireworks.
They do the fireworks at midnight, so like at dusk, and they still look nice. They put on a good show. It would be comparable to like some of the fireworks shows, even in the lower 48. I mean, you're not going to come anywhere close to something like DC or New York City up here, but definitely like a Labor Day show in Cincinnati, it's pretty close to.
We heard them. We didn't ever saw them last night. The 0-1 pitch from Weekly. That one just hangs outside for ball 1. But yeah, we were talking to some natives and some locals here in Alaska, and they were saying, well, it doesn't get dark until about midnight, so they just hang out until midnight and open the new July 4th with some bang and fireworks. And I bet that's an Alaska 4th of July as Weekly misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 count coming up to Justin Ammons, the minor center fielder from the University of Tennessee. Elijah McNamee stands on second after he ripped a double over the head of the Chinooks center fielder. And he stands at second with a 1 away and a 2-1 count coming from Weekly on the mound. That one just misses outside. 3-1 hitters count to Ammons at the plate. The 3-1 pitch coming up. McNamee takes his lead on second. And the throw to Ammons. And Ammons takes that one high. And he's going to be on base. Runners on first and second. With only 1 out for Nick Brooks, the minor first baseman. One of the more interesting things I like seeing is the total differences in these umpire strike zone.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the rather unfortunate thing I would see is every umpire is so drastically different from another that it can be a little bit frustrating even for both sides, the pitcher and the hitter. The pitcher can't find where the strike zone is and isn't ready to throw it somewhere where he knows that it has to be a strike, but the hitter also knows that's my wheelhouse. And for a hitter, he doesn't know where he's supposed to protect.
And we'll see here if Weekly can find that strike zone. First pitch, and that one's popped out to right. Gilcrease gives chase. And going to camp into that one and put that away. And here comes McNamee trying to tag up. The long throw from Gilcrease is not in time, as that was going to be cut off by Schmitz. So Brooks does do somewhat of a job. Gets a sac fly out to right field. And McNamee now stands on third. Runners on the corners here for the Miners with 2 outs. And a 0-0 ball game for Preston Pavlica, the GCU baseball player. Comes up to the plate with 2 outs in the top half of the first for the Miners. Runners on first and third. And Pavlica comes into this game hitting .278. And we'll see here if he can do something for the Miners. Weekly looks in, sets, and throws. That one is fouled off by Pavlica. The Miners being a lot more aggressive here. They can put up runs in a hurry, but typically they wait for their pitches, but now they're attacking early and trying to get on base.
Absolutely. I mean, they're trying to draw first blood here in a very competitive situation.
A 1 pitch from Weekly. And a swing and a miss by Pavlica, down 0-2 now. Pavlica, 0 for 3 last night, or should I say July 1st. 1 for 3 comes into this game in 61 plate appearances, 17 hits, 3 doubles, and 11 RBIs. Has a chance to add 1 in if he can knock that runner in on third. Weekly looks over to first, sets the 0-2 pitch with 2 outs, and delivers. That one hangs outside, ball 1. And Emmons is going to steal that base there, as that was a little odd stolen base situation.
A little bit. I mean, Rowe just had the throw and would have had him out.
But Weekly just didn't know what was going on. And Emmons almost tripped trying to get to second. And now Pavlik at the plate. 1-2 pitch coming from Weekly. Runners on second and third now, 2 outs. So suddenly the Miners are in a good chance here to put 2. Weekly, the 1-2 pitch. And that one hung. The appeal to the first base umpire. And he says Pavlik able to hang up there. Full count now for Weekly. Weekly, not a lot of velocity out there on the mound, but he can hit his spots and hit them well. He does. Trying for that 27th strikeout here. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 pitch. And throws. And a swing and a miss by Pavlica. And Weekly continues his dominance by getting another strikeout. We head to the bottom of the first, and your Chinooks going to take their first hacks of the ball game. 0-0 ball game here on this 4th of July baseball. And as we're back here in the bottom of the first, after a scoreless top half of the inning for the Miners, Mike Capri is going to lead things off, and following him, we have Jeremy Johnson. Batting third is the DH, Justin Gomez. In the cleanup spot, the Aussie, Brandon Mitchie. Batting fifth and playing third, Aaron Shackelford. Batting sixth is Luke Coffey. Batting seventh and behind the plate tonight, Adam Rojas. Alex Schmitz batting eighth, and Levi Gilcrease rounding things out in the ninth hole as Peyton Robinson put that one's in there for strike one. Robinson, a 6'2 left-hander from Mobile, Alabama, and from southeastern Louisiana University, has the 0-1 pitch to Prees and drops that one in. Back-to-back strikeouts in generally the same area, and Prees will have to protect early in this ball game. Prees comes into this game with a .325 average, feeling things well in the batter's box. The 0-2 pitch, and that one's lined out to Ammons in center. Ammons gives it a chase and puts that away for out number one. Jeremy Johnson now to the plate for the Chinooks. Johnson in this season hitting .259 on July 1st. Went 2 for 4, play of the game, and had some amazing plays out there in center field to save a few runs for the Chinook pitchers. Went 2 for 4, crossed the plate twice, had one double, and was walked once. And now we're going to start something here with one away in the bottom half of the first. And Johnson takes that one high for ball one. One 0 pitch from Robinson. And Johnson lines that out of bounds, foul. 1-1 count now. 1-1 count here. Facing the Chinook left fielder. And the left-hander kicks and throws. And Johnson hits that in between the gap, and nice play out there. But that just gets through the short stab Austin Dennis's glove, and we're going to have a 1-out base runner. Johnson gets aboard with that single. And now with 1 out and runner on first, Justin Gomez to the plate. Gomez struggling of late, a little on a cold streak, but that can change any second. On July 1st, went 2 for 4 with a triple and a walk. Had 2 RBIs and came around to score once. Now has runner on first with 1 out, bottom half of the first. And Gomez, first pitch swinging fouls that off the catcher's mask for strike number 1. A 1 pitch as Robinson circles back and steps back on the mound. Making sure Andy Thomas, the catcher, after being lined by that foul ball off his mask, is okay. Robinson sets the 0-1 pitch. Johnson on first takes his lead. And that one drops in for strike 2. And once again, a Chinook hitter will have to protect here. Facing an 0-2 hole. Robinson, the 0-2 pitch. Johnson's going. That's in the dirt. And Thomas is not going to have a throw as Johnson steals that base. That pitch was in the dirt. Thomas was able to keep it in front of him. But in the meanwhile, Johnson got a great lead and got in there without a throw. Now a runner on second with 1 out. 1-2 pitch coming up to Gomez. No runs for either team yet. Johnson takes his lead off second. Robinson, the 1-2 pitch. And that one's in the dirt, and that skips by Thomas. And the Chinooks are in business. Runner on third. And a 2-2 pitch now. And now, all it would take is a shot to the outfield.
Shot to the outfield, simple ground ball. Just about anything will do.
As I would doubt the Miners if it was ground ball, especially the middle infield would be coming home. As the 90 feet away stands the first run of the ball game here. 2-2 pitch to Gomez. Johnson on third. And Gomez sends that one foul, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch on its way. Gomez steps back in after fouling that pitch out. 2-2 count. Runner on third, 1 away here, and 0-0 ball game. Robinson on the mound for the Miners, sets and delivers. And Gomez out to Dennis at short. Dennis, they thought about coming home, but throws over to first, and the Chinooks are on the board as Gomez hits that sack grounder, and the Chinooks take a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the first over the Miners. And now with 2 outs and nobody on, Brandon Mitchie steps to the plate, takes that one in there for strike 1 from Robinson. Mitchie had a 2-run triple against the Oilers on July 1st that gave the Chinooks a 4-1 lead. We'll look to do the same here. 0-1 pitch and takes that one in there for strike 2. And once again, Chinooks hitters will have to protect as they're down 0-2. Robinson sets on the mound, 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, 1-0 lead for the Chinooks after Johnson scored moments ago. And Mitchie fouls that to the backstop to keep this count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch from Robinson. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. Bottom half of the first. Brandon Mitchie at the plate. The pitch. That one hangs high for ball 1. One-two pitch now from Robinson on the mound. And a breaking ball gets Mitchie swinging. And there is out number 3. And we're through 1. And the Chinooks get a run with 1 hit. And we head to the top half of the second. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. We'll be back. As we're back here in the top of the second, Andy Thomas to the plate, takes that one high for ball one. And the Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. And for pitcher like Weekly, one is all he needs, the 1-0 pitch. And Thomas skies that in the outfield. Pre's going to come in and camp under that one. And that one is out number one here in the top of the second.
And there's the second, first pitch flyout right there.
Well, it seems like these minor pitchers are hitters are being very aggressive, but Weekly, I mean, he definitely is a strikeout pitcher, getting these minors to put the ball in play, and it's working no matter what. And after some confusion, a ball was going to be given to Austin Dennis. And I assume the third base umpire called the Weekly for a balk there. But not sure, but nonetheless, a 1-1 pitch to Dennis. Puts that one in there as Weekly for strike two. And Weekly going for his 28th strikeout here in this season. Dennis digs in, 307 batting average, the 1-2 pitch from Weekly. And that one's driven out to left. Johnson going to have to hurry as that ball dives and drops. And Johnson, with that blazing speed, runs in and puts that away for out number two. Oscar Martrain, the minor second baseman, now to the plate. Nobody on and two outs. Top half of the second. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks already. Weekly winds and throws. That one drops in there for strike one. Weekly really feeling it now on the mound. That's a dangerous thing to see if you're a minors hitter. 0-1 pitch. And Weekly, just sings that one high for ball one. One pitch. And that one's chopped foul by Marchena. 1-2 count now.
One thing I've noticed just kind of by watching Weekly a little bit is just how quick his rhythm is. As soon as he gets the ball, he's very quick from the sign to the windup.
And that one just hangs high for ball two.
Yet another questionable call.
And the fans here at Chugiak are certainly letting the umpire know. 2-2 pitch now from Weekly. Working with that quick rhythm, the pitch. And that one's chopped out to second. Mitchie fields that. Quick throw over to first. And that's going to do it. Out number three. And a 1-2-3 inning for Weekly. And we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. When we come back, your Chinooks are up to the plate. Bottom of the second here, Chinooks lead 1-0 as Aaron Shackelford steps to the plate for the Chinooks. And that one's in there for strike one. Robinson really feeling it out there on the mound with these first pitch strikes. 0-1 pitch from Robinson to the Chinook third baseman. And Shackelford going to foul that out of play. Strike two. Shackelford steps into the batter's box with Luke Coffey digging in on deck. 0-2 pitch from Robinson. That one hangs high, ball 1. One-two pitch. And that one's chopped up in the air. And that one's going to sail foul. Keep this at 1-2. Shackelford's sporting the American flag arm wear. Very patriotic of him. Now faces a 1-2 count from Robinson on the mound. And the pitch. And that one hangs high, ball 2. To be exact, it's a USA arm sleeve on his right hand throwing arm. Digs in with a 1-2 count from Robinson. Excuse me, a 2-2 count. That one down low. Full count now. For Aaron Shackelford has worked his way back from 0-2 to 3-2. I'm going to look to make Robinson, the left-hander for the Miners, pay here. Robinson sets 3-2 pitch. That one is going to be popped up. And Osmus over there at third is going to come in and put that away. One away for the Chinooks in the bottom of the second. Luke Coffey now to the plate.
Coming to the plate for the Chinooks, number 30, Luke Coffey.
Coffey hits with nobody on and 1 out. Robinson, the first pitch to Coffey. That one in there for strike number 1. A 1 pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 1. One and one's the count here. With 1 away, bottom of the second. And a big swing and a miss by Coffey. Puts him down 1-2. One-two pitch. And a swing and a miss by Coffey. And he goes down swinging there for out number 2 in this bottom half of the second. Adam Rogers now, the catcher. For the Chinooks tonight, stepping to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the second here. Chinooks lead 1-0. Robinson on the mound for the Miners. Throws to Rogers. Rogers takes that one in there for strike 1. A 1 pitch to the Chinook catcher. And that one's chopped into right field, and that one just sails foul. Down the line, 0-2 hole for Rogers at the plate. As he almost was able to punch that down the opposite field line, but just went foul. And Rogers will come back in the batter's box with an 0-2 pitch coming its way from Peyton Robinson, the left-hander for the Miners on the mound. 0-2 pitch from Robinson. That one just outside, ball 1 here. 1-2 count now. To Adam Rogers at the plate, Robinson on the mound. 1-0 lead here for the Chinooks in the bottom of the second. Nobody on base. Adam Rogers at the plate. 1-2 pitch. And Rogers swings and misses, and that's going to do it. We're through 2. Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. When we come back, the Miners will be up to the plate on the top half of the third. We'll be back. As we come back to the top of the third, a swing and a miss by Rainer Rasmus. Down early 0-1. Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. Top of the third over the Matsu Miners. And the 0-1 pitch drops in there for strike two. Beautiful breaking ball there by Tyler Weekly on the mound.
Definitely executed correctly in that instance.
0-2 pitch. And that one drops in there, and Weekly, another beautiful breaking ball. Gets Osmus looking there for out number one and strikeout number two of this ball game for Weekly. And I am sure not the last.
Batting for the Miners, number 9, Quinn Cotton.
And now with one away and nobody on, Quinn Cotton, the leadoff hitter, who flew out to left field. And his first at-bat on the first pitch of the ball game steps in with one away. And another first pitch swing is going to chop fair. Weekly going to have to field that, and he's just going to tag Cotton here. And a game of cat and mouse down there on the first base line, but Weekly gets the best of it. And quickly, 2 outs here for the Miners. As Elijah McNamee, the Miner left fielder, who doubled in the top half of the first, but was ultimately left on base, comes to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on in the top half of the third, 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. Weekly sets on the mound, McNamee sets on the plate, and the pitch. That one in there for strike one, and Ryan Weekly is feeling it now.
Weekly is definitely just moving through these minor hitters here, and it's excellent to see just how, in command he is as of now. Just needs to keep that up.
And as we say that, he puts that one in now. Low, and that skips by, but nobody on, so no damage. 1-1 pitch from Weekly. Weekly, only 33 pitches, so he's averaging about 11 an inning. 1-1 pitch, and that one just hangs high for ball 2. 2-1 pitch now, coming to the Miner left fielder with nobody on and 2 away. In the top half of the third, your Chinooks up 1-0. Weekly, the 2-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss by McNamee. And now Weekly has these Miners hitters in their favorite spot with 2 strikes on the count. Two pitch. And that one's chopped over to Coffey at first. Coffey fields that and is going to hurry and flip over to Weekly and just gets his foot there in time. And we head to the bottom of the second. Chinooks lead 1-0. We'll be back. Bottom of the third now. Chinooks up 1-0. Alex Schmidt, the shortstop, steps to the plate to lead things off in this bottom half of the third. Robinson on the mound. And the pitch. And that one misses for ball 1 of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss by Schmitz, down 1-1. One pitch to the Chinook shortstop. And that one's in there for strike 2, and Robinson Once again, ahead of a Chinook hitter here. And Schmitz will have to protect 1-2 pitch.
Schmitz has definitely had his moments at the batter's box in the past couple games. He's definitely had a couple of good hits, but he's also had a couple of unfortunate just punch-outs.
And there's another one as he swings and misses for out number 1 in the bottom half of the third for the Chinooks. Levi Gilcrease now stepping to the plate to lead things with 1 away in the bottom half of the third for the Chinooks. Nobody on. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks with the leadoff hitter, Mike Capri's on deck. Peyton Robinson on the mound for the Miners, and the pitch. And Gilcrease first pitch swinging sends that one foul for strike number 1.
And that foul ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments in Gavin Reed.
A 1 pitch to Gilcrease at the plate. And a breaking ball just misses high for Robinson. Evens up the count 1-1. One pitch to Gilcrease. And Gilcrease right up the middle. And that one is going to be off the glove of Marchena. And Gilcrease is going to be on with 1 away here.
At the plate, for your Chinooks, number 24, Mike Capri.
And now with 1 away, Gilcrease with that single up the middle is on from Mike Capri's leadoff hitter with 1 away. Robinson now in the stretch. Just the second hit of the ball game for the Chinooks. As Gilcrease takes his lead off first, and Robinson throws back over, checking things over there first. Nothing going on. Robinson steps back in, looking to Prees. Gilcrease takes his lead. And the pitch, Prees takes that high and inside for ball 1. Mike Prees flew out to center field in his first at-bat to lead things off in this ball game. And now comes to the plate facing 1-0 count. We're on first, 1 away, bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. And there goes Gilcrease. Thomas catches and throws. And Gilcrease gets in there safely as that ball was thrown in the outfield, but Gilcrease couldn't pop up fast enough. But that is a stolen base for Gilcrease.
And Coach John Groth definitely headstrong tactics coming out right there. And he was successful there as the throw was off. It was very high and eventually into center field.
And now Gilcrease.
Could have been extra bases.
It would have been. And that tipped off the Austin Dennis's glove at short. Now stands on second with 1 away. And Robinson looks over to second. Mike Capri's in the batter's box here. 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position at second. And 1 away here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 pitch. That one's in there for strike 2. Just a reminder for you guys, as this is the doubleheader, this game only goes 7 innings. So we're almost halfway through this one. So the Chinooks would love to keep on adding these runs early.
Absolutely.
Robinson, the 1-2 pitch coming to Prees. Gilcrease takes his lead off second. Robinson sets on the mound. And Prees sends that one foul to keep this at 1-2.
And that foul ball sponsored by Discovery Cold Recovery and Wellness Center.
One-two pitch again, coming to Mike Prees at the plate. Jeremy Johnson, who singled in the bottom half of the first, on deck. Gilcrease at second. Robinson, the 1-2 pitch. And Prees sends that right over to Marchena at second. And that's going to be out number 2. In the bottom of the third is Prees. A nice line drive, made good contact right to the minor second baseman as that represents the second out. And now with 2 away, Jeremy Johnson, who singled and came around to score for the first run of the ball game, steps to the plate with a runner on second. And 2 outs in the bottom half of the third. 1-0 lead here for the Chinooks.
Just rather unfortunate. Prees did get a hold of that ball well and hit it hard. It was just directly at second baseman.
And that was the narrative of the story for all these Chinook hitters in the beginning of the season. It seems like forever ago. But it seemed like in the beginning of the season, Chinooks would hit it hard, but wouldn't drop anywhere as Johnson takes that one in there for strike 1. But as we saw in Kenai on Saturday, the Chinook hitters, they have the potential to do some true damage whenever they want.
Absolutely. I mean, back-to-back triples, couple of doubles all in one
Back-to-back
inning.
triples and another double. And Johnson now has to protect, faces an 0-2 hole here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Oh, 2 pitch to Johnson. And Johnson just gets some contact on that, sends that one foul. 0-2 pitch again coming up. Robinson set on the mound, 0-2. Gilcrease takes his lead off second. Johnson digs in at the batter's box. 0-2 pitch from Robinson. And Robinson chops that to Marchena at second. Marchena fields that and throws over to first. And that is out number 3 as the first baseman. Nick Brooks was able to keep his foot on that one. We're through 3. The Chinooks hold a 1-0 lead as we come back. The Miners are up to the plate in the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th here, 1-0 lead for the Chinooks as Justin Ammons takes that one high for ball 1, digs in for the Miners here. Ammons walked but was left on base in his first at-bat on the top of the 1st. 1-0 pitch, and that one's chopped over to Coffey at first. Coffey fields that himself and going to run over and place his foot on the bag for out number 1. Weekly does a great job of getting these hitters to pounce on balls and get balls on the ground for his infield to field. And another job there we've seen by Luke Coffey at first. And now Nick Brooks to the plate with 1 away and nobody on. And the Chinooks up 1-0. And this game 1 of a doubleheader here on this 4th of July evening. Weekly, 3 1/3 innings, only 38 pitches. As that one drops in there, strike 1. And Weekly in his last down, we saw go 100 pitches thrown. I don't know anybody who could go 100 innings in a game.
100 innings in a game. I'd be begging for mercy at that point.
And the 0-1 pitch to Brooks, and that one drops in again. Well, if Weekly keeps pitching like this, I think he can go as ever many innings he wants.
I mean, that would require every pitcher in the Chinooks bullpen to throw at least 10 innings, possibly more.
As Weekly misses down low in the dirt for ball 1. I don't know. We got a few guys that could go 10 innings probably.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, as long as they're getting, those small
1 pitch outs.
1 pitch to, 2 to 3 pitches instead of 5 to 7 each batter. That's where it becomes an issue.
And the 1-2 pitch in there for strike 3, and Weekly gets another Miner looking out, striking out. 2 outs now in the top of the 4th for Preston Pavlica, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Comes to the plate with 2 away and nobody on in this top half of the 4th. Chinooks lead 1-0. And Tyler Weekly on the mound, dealing so far. First pitch to Pavlica. And another beautiful breaking ball, and he is really relying on that pitch in this game.
It just seems to it starts off closer to the hitters, and then for a right-handed guy, and then moves off to the other batter's box, and it kind of freezes him up just a little bit.
1-1 pitch now for Weekly, and it's a lot easier said than done. I mean, most people would think, oh, if you see it once, you can hit it again. You know, hitting a curveball and a breaking ball like that as Weekly misses outside for ball 2, not as easy as it sounds.
No, absolutely not. I mean, if you could hit breaking balls all day long, I mean,
Put you in this league.
You'd be in the majors. They'll send you your contract, and I mean that's what some major league guys are paid to do. That's a breaking ball, but not very many guys can do it because they have to be able to track with it. They still have to be able to swing level-headed.
And Pavlica rips that center field. Pre's going to have to get a chase. Priest goes back. And that one is over his head and drops down on the fence. And Pre's going to have to hurry. And Pavlica is going to be held up at third. And I thought we might see our first action of inside the park home run. As Pavlica ripped that ball in the center field. Pre's gave it all he could, but ran into the fence, and that ball dropped away. And Pavlica was held up at third, and now with a runner on third, 2 outs. Andy Thomas to the plate for the Miners here. Andy Thomas flew out to center field.
I would say that an inside the ballpark home run has happened a few times at this
Really?
park. Yep. Usually that's right in the same spot where Pavlica hit that one, as Weekly puts that in there for strike 1. But yeah, it definitely has happened. It's usually just in the dirt, and that split second, someone's got wheels running around second, and they, drop the ball twice, or they just can't get a grip, or of course a bad throw in. So,
on the Chinooks might have got a break there if Weekly can get Andy Thomas out here. As it would have been a close play at the plate, and I'm not sure if Pavlica would have not made it safe. 1-1 pitch from Weekly as Thomas out to center field. Pre's going to have to hurry. Pre's, and he's not going to come up and get that one. And he's going to have to let that one drop in front of him. And the Miners have an RBI single. And this game is tied at 1 now. And now with 2 outs, runner on first. Austin Dennis to the plate. Weekly chops that one right up the middle. Schmitz, fields that and throws over to first. And that's the top half of the 4th. The Miners on 2 hits tie this game up in 1. When we come back, the Chinooks are up to the plate in the bottom half of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th here, 1-1 ball game, and Justin Gomez to the plate to lead things off for the Chinooks. Peyton Robinson on the mound, throws. And Gomez, first pitch out to Marchena at second. Marchena fields that and throw over to first. And that is out number 1 on first pitch for Gomez. Brandon Mitchie, the Chinooks second baseman now, steps to the plate with nobody on and 1 away. 1-1 ball game after the Miners were able to tie it up in the top half of this inning. And the pitch from Robinson. That one's down low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That one outside on low, ball 2.
Mitchie at the beginning of the season was, typical like swing at the first pitch like we saw a lot of, but now he's just turned into a very patient hitter, which has been really good to see. Just how he's matured in that way.
Well, it's also you've seen him kind of go up from the lineup. Started in the 7th, 8th hole, now in the cleanup spot. And Mitchie, if he can get a hold of one, he can send it flying.
He can. He has the power. It's just when he connects. And I mean, whenever he swings, it's a monster hack he's taking. And, that's always exciting to see what happens, what he can do with the baseball.
3-1 pitch now, and that one's down low, and Mitchie's patience, like Ryan was talking about, pays off there, and the Chinooks going to have a runner on first for 1 out. Now, as Aaron loves Shack, baby, Shackelford steps to the plate with 1 away and a runner on first. I think this has to be the most sentimental walk-up song.
A little bit. I mean, it does say his nickname over and over again in the song. B-52s.
Has 1 out. And Robinson throws over to Mitchie at second. Shackelford, definitely one of the vocal leaders on the team. Love to watch him play. Plays his heart out every second. And now the pitch to the Chinook third baseman. And once again, Robinson throws over to first. Well, now that this game is tied, I know John Groth and probably Brandon Mitchie over there first would love to get ahead of this pitcher and just steal second here.
Absolutely.
So we'll keep an eye on that.
This Robinson's been taken advantage of twice. He just has a little bit of a long wind up here, or going from the stretch, excuse me.
And Shackelford takes that one in there for strike 1.
And I know he's probably ready with 1 out. They're going to try and put a guy on second, get the go-ahead run here. But all just a matter of what Shackelford's going to do here, what Groth thinks he'll do.
As that one throws over to first again, 3rd time. Just this at-bat alone. So we'll see if Mitchie ends up going here. 0-1 pitch to Shackelford at the plate. Shackelford flew out to the third baseman's first plate appearance. And faces 0-1 count now from Robinson on the mound. 0-1 pitch. And there goes Mitchie. And Shackelford rips out to center. And that one is just going to hang for Ammons. And Ammons is going to put that away. And that great athletic display by Ammons and Mitchie. Lucky to be able to get back there. And once again, we see the Chinooks. Very good hit in terms of contact, but just within the reach of Ammons out there in center.
It was hit hard. He just got over to it.
And honestly, it looked like Mitchie kind of got the jump on that too.
Yeah, and Mitchie, I mean, he had a great jump. He left quickly, and catcher, even if that pitch wasn't hit, wouldn't have had a shot.
It would have been definitely hard, but we'll see here with 2 outs if John Groth risk it. Luke Coffey stepping to the plate now, who struck out swinging in the 2nd. Now steps to the plate, bottom of the 4th, 1-1 game for the Chinooks. And a runner on first with 2 outs. Robinson looks in. We'll see if Mitchie ends up going again. And the pitch. And Coffey, another first pitch hack at that one. Swings and misses for strike 1. Coffey, definitely one of the more aggressive hitters on this Chinook team.
Seems today he's going with 1 batting glove instead of 2.
So maybe that's a half a bat going to be thrown.
The risk for the bat being tossed in
has reduced by about half.
Is, well, I'd say increased now that he has
left grip
on half of his hands.
1-1 pitch now after a pitch out there by Robinson. Mitchie did not go on that pitch. 1-1 pitch. Let's see what happens. And Robinson going to throw in over to first, and definitely looks like the Chinooks hitters are in Robinson's mind. 1-1 pitch. And that one's high for ball 2-1 pitch coming to Coffee. 2-1 pitch. And Robinson throws over to first again. Two-one pitch coming from Coffee. Or coming to Coffee, I should say. Mitchie takes his lead off first. And Coffee, another swing and a miss. Evens up the count 2-2.
Coffee now steps back into the batter's box. Waiting the pitch from Robinson. 2-2, 2 outs. Mitchie, substantial lead over at first base. And he's going to throw back over. Mitchie walks back in safe. And we'll do it all over again.
Well, it definitely seems like Mitchie over there at first has found a way to get into the pitcher's head. Hasn't really been affected in the way Robinson throws, but let's see. 2-2 pitch. And that one down low for ball 3. 3-2 pitch now coming to the Chinook first baseman, Luke Coffey. Brandon Mitchie stands on first. Peyton Robinson on the mound. And 2 outs in the bottom half of the fourth. This game tied at 1. Three-two pitch. And there goes Mitchie and Coffey. Pop that one high and out of play. And we'll do another 3-2 pitch here again.
Coffey definitely pushing a good at-bat here. Doing his best to get Robinson's pitch count way up there. Now the 7th pitch of the AB. And here comes the 8th.
And there goes Mitchie. And Coffey chips it out to Osmus at third. Osmus going to have to hurry. And, an interesting foul call there. And Coffey will come back and we'll do it again.
Didn't necessarily look foul to me. I mean, it was fair over the bag, which is typically what counts.
But nonetheless now, Luke Coffey will have a 3-2 pitch again. And Brandon Mitchie was running on that pitch, which is as expected on a full count 2-out pitch. But now let's see if Coffey can put this ball in play and see if he can bring Mitchie home. 3-2 pitch coming to Luke Coffey. Brandon Mitchie on first with 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 3-2 pitch coming to Coffey at the plate. Robinson sets and throws. There goes Mitchie. And Coffey sends that one up. Osmus over there at third. And that's going to be called off by Dennis, the shortstop. And he puts that away for out number 3. And we're through 4. This game tied at 1. When we come back, the Miners are up to the plate at the top of the 5th. As we're back here in the top half of the fifth, a swing and a miss by Marchain. That puts him down 0-2 in this hole. Weekly on the mound. 0-2 pitch coming up. 1-1 ball game here in the top half of the fifth. And that one's chopped up the middle, fielded right by the pitcher Weekly. Tosses that over to Coffee, and that is out number 1. Rainer Osmus now to the plate as Adam Rogers, the catcher, going to go have a word with his right-hander Weekly. Weekly, that last pitch, his 54th of the ball game, so he is on a good pace here. Through 4 1/3 to Rainer Osmus now, the next hitter for the Miners. With 1 out and nobody on, top half of the fifth, Weekly throws. That one drops in there for strike 1, and once again, that breaking ball, beautiful. 0-1 pitch. That one hangs low, ball 1. Even count at 1 here. Weekly kicks and deals. That one drops down low, ball 2 again. Two 1 pitch. Weekly sets back on the mound. Osmus digs in at the plate. 2-1 pitch. And that one drops in again. This breaking ball. Whew.
It's definitely doing its job.
And we'll see here the 2-2 pitch from Weekly. And that one swing and a miss. And that is out number 2 as we head to the top of the order for the Miners. Quinn Cotton with 2 outs. Weekly, his 4th strikeout of the game there. And now top of the order for the Miners. Quinn Cotton 0 for 2 in this game. Steps up with 2 outs, nobody on. And this tied game at 1. Weekly, the first pitch to Cotton. And Cotton takes that one for ball 1. 1-0 pitch from Weekly. And that one's chopped into left field, and the Miners are going to have a 2-out base runner. As Elijah McNamee now coming to the plate with 2 outs, the runner on first in this tie ball game at 1. Always interesting to see how pitching coaches and coaches elect to use their bullpen in a doubleheader.
Yeah, it's definitely very crucial. I mean, you don't want to burn through too many pitchers, especially in the first game or the second.
Yeah,
really.
especially with the game tomorrow.
I mean, you're using 2 starters today, which definitely just kind of throws a wrench in everything. Recovery times and stuff like that. It can be definitely a little trouble.
And that one's out to Prees at center. And that's going to help with the bullpen there as Weekly. 1 pitch and gets out of that. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. This game tied at 1. Tyler Weekly dealing on the mound. The Chinooks come to the plate when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th here is this game tied at 1. Adam Rogers to the plate to lead things off. Reminder, this game only goes 7. So the Chinooks will look to put themselves ahead here soon. Peyton Robinson again on the mound for the Miners. The first pitch to Rogers, and Rogers swinging a miss with strike 1. A 1 pitch from Robinson. Alex Schmidt's on deck. Throw to Rogers at the plate. And that one's chopped foul. Strike 2. Robinson on the mound. 0-2 pitch coming to Rogers. And Rogers sends it out to right field. That has a chance to drop. And that ball is going to drop fair. Oh, and Rogers slips around first, but he's still going to try to dig this into a double. But no, he's going to have to come back, as that was ripped down the right field line for a fair ball. But Rogers just slipped around first base, and that was going to be a for sure double.
I mean, it definitely was, but I guess there's a sniper hiding somewhere out in the mountains here around.
Took out his legs, gone around
got
first.
his legs.
And now, like I said, bottom of the 5th, and Levi Gilcrease on deck, who had a single in his last at-bat. I'd like to see if Alex Schmidt puts down the sack bunt to get Rogers over to second. As it looked like Rogers, I think he just tripped over the bag, but it looked like he slipped before he got there.
Yeah, just tripped a little bit.
And Schmitz not able to lay that bunt down as he flies out.
Looked like Brooks came down there hard.
Great dive.
It was a great dive. But the Richter scales registered a small earthquake after he made impact with the ground there. It is
And
a
he was already on his way in for the bunt because Schmitz had the bunt down. And
big boy coming down there.
And now with 1 away, runner on first, Levi Gilcrease. So back-to-back times, the Chinooks have gotten a little unlucky. Rogers slipped around first, and Schmitz flied that bunt out. And now Gilcrease still runner on with only 1 out. Let's see if the Chinooks and Levi Gilcrease can do something right now. And now Robinson looks into Gilcrease. Rogers takes his lead off first. Robinson, the pitch. And Gilcrease, first pitch swinging, and that gets into center field. And the Chinooks have runners on first and second with 1 away. Second single of the game for Gilcrease, feeling that bat right now. And now with Adam Rogers at second, Levi Gilcrease at first, Mike Capriz has a chance to put the Chinooks up top with 1 hit of the bat. With 1 out, the Chinooks have runners on first and second in the bottom half of the 5th. And this is 1-1 ball game. Peyton Robinson on the mound for the Miners. Digs in, top of the order now for the Chinooks. Mike Capriz at the plate. Some small action going on for the Miners. They just have a guy up, getting warm. We'll see how long Robinson's leash is here, as that last pitch was his 70th of the ball game. 1 out, runner on first and second. Mike Capriz, 0 for 2 in this ball game, digs in. And the pitch. That one down and in for ball 1. Prees, the 1-0 count facing him. Jeremy Johnson on deck for the Chinooks. 1 out, runner on first and second. Prees made good contact in his last at-bat, but it went right to the second baseman. And he sends out to left center. Ammons, good speed out there. Gonna put that away out in left center. And allowed out number 2. As again, Prees makes good contact, but that time just hung that up a little too high.
Coming to the plate for the Chinooks, number 14, Jeremy Johnson.
Johnson stepping up to the plate now. Here's one of those crucial situations for a baseball game where game's tied, the game's in the balance. Runner, go ahead, runner in scoring position, and all that's needed is a good base hit.
Well, you've mentioned this a lot. Johnson has been able to come up clutch in those moments, and he'll be asked to do so again. I mean, this is really the heart of the order where the Chinooks can put a lot of damage back to back to back. I mean, we saw this heart of the order have 2 triples and a double in the top of the 9th to put 6 on the board, and now Johnson with runners on first and second looking to put the Chinooks on top here. And he takes that one low, and Rogers going to try to get to third, and he slides in. Safe. And Rogers, you don't really see that aggression with the catcher's legs over there. Well, that could be crucial, as now with good speed at first on Gilcrease, that changes things exponentially, as now we can see Gilcrease try to go steal from second, maybe Thomas. his Baylor teammate, but opposing team member now. Maybe he throws that in the outfield. Maybe he throws over anyway. Gilcrease's save, and Rowe just comes in to score. I would be shocked to see Gilcrease not be going here. He takes a rather large lead for a left-hander on the mound. Robinson, the 1-0 pitch to Johnson. Runners on the corners now, 2 away. And that one's in there for strike one. Gilcrease stayed still. So what do I know? One pitch, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, 1-1 game. Reminder again, this game only goes 7. And now Johnson out to right field and has a chance to drop, and that's going to drop. The Chinooks take a lead, and Gilcrease is going to be waved in from third. Johnson is going to step on second and keep going. Gilcrease scores, and Johnson slides in, just comes in standing, and the Chinooks have a 3-1 lead after Jeremy Johnson with the opposite field 2 RBI triple. 3-1 lead for the Chinooks over these Matsu Miners in the bottom of the 5th. Ryan, you said it earlier, you say it again. Johnson comes up clutch once more.
It's just his thing. Whenever there's those high stretch situations, he executes almost every single time. And now Gomez with the chance to keep driving nails in the coffin here. If he can get a base hit, it'll make it a 4-1 lead.
And with the way Tyler Weekly's pitching, your dad and pitching coach Chris Beck is probably thinking, you go 100 innings if you want. And now Justin Gomez to the plate with a runner on third after Johnson. Johnson, no doubt about it. I thought maybe he'd stop at second, but with the speed he has, he just came in standing at third, and now Gomez has a chance to put a 4th run on the board for the Chinooks. Takes that one low for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch coming to Gomez. 3-1 lead for the Chinooks, bottom of the 5th. Robinson the pitch. And Gomez takes that one low for ball 2. And Ryan, we talk a lot about, especially against a team like the Miners, and we've seen it before against the Bucks. There comes that moment when the Chinooks are just able to get inside the pitcher and break him for a little bit, and they just pounce.
Absolutely. I mean, that happened a lot, especially with the Miners. And one example I would use is Andrew Nardi.
Yeah.
And he's so dominant for the first couple innings, but then after a while, he's just kind of like an egg once you get him there.
Toward the 4th and 5th innings. Now the bottom of the 5th here.
That's where they can pounce here, and that's what they're doing right now to Robinson.
And we'll see if Gomez can keep it up, and that one's in the dirt. And Johnson thought about it for a moment as that ball kicked away from Thomas. 3-1 count. Johnson aggressive on the base pass with his speed. I wouldn't blame him. But he held up there, and now a 3-1 pitch to a dangerous Justin Gomez, who has the ability to put one in the gap. Or frankly, put it over the fence. We haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's coming sooner rather than later. 3-1 pitch, 3-1 lead for the Chinooks. Runner on third, 2 outs. Justin Gomez waiting the 3-1 pitch. And Gomez takes that one for strike 2 as he was ready to throw that bat to the dugout and take his base.
That one it was a debatable call, but it looked a little bit more on the strike side to me from here.
Definitely did. We'll give the umpire the benefit of the doubt only once, one time only. 3-2 pitch coming to Gomez. Runner on third, 3-1 lead, 2 outs, and the pitch. And Gomez cranks that to center. Ammons is going to put that away as Gomez lines out to center. The Chinooks, though, take the lead 3-1 after Jeremy Johnson. An opposite field, 2 RBI triple. And we head to the top of the 6th. Chinooks lead 3-1. We'll be back. Top of the sixth here is Justin Ammons. Takes that one low for ball one. Tyler Weekly has been dealing so far, as that was his 63rd pitch of the game. 1-0 pitch to Justin Ammons at the plate for the Miners. And that breaking ball back in business. The 1-1 pitch now. And Ammons puts one on that one. That one's going to be playable. As Prees and left is going to put that away for out number one. And just a little note, Micah Prees and Jeremy Johnson have switched positions here. Micah Prees started in center, now going to be in center, and Jeremy Johnson, who's starting in left. Excuse me, Micah Prees started in center, going to be in left now, and Jeremy Johnson, who started in left, is going to be in center now.
Batting for the Miners, number 32, Nick Brooks.
I think it's interesting the Coach Gross' decision to switch with maybe it's just.
Well, we did see that play when Prees was holding up a little bit in that single that scored the Miners' run.
Yeah, I mean, that one probably might have been why, knowing Johnson would have laid out for it, or he's just faster. But Weekly puts that one in there, and good breaking ball for strike one for Brooks. But that could have been probably most likely the decision process behind that.
As now, Nick Brooks to the plate, 0-1 pitch from Weekly, and a swing and a miss by Brooks, and now Weekly again going to have a Miners hitter down 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch from Weekly, going for his fifth strikeout of the game. Weekly winds and throws, and just misses down low. And Ryan, I know I'm a stubborn person, but it seems like this umpire strike zone is just stubborn.
Absolutely. I mean,
Ugh.
that ball was right there, right where it needed to be. It was about thigh high, right down the middle.
And a 1-2 pitch down low, 2-2. Weekly is definitely one of those pitchers that doesn't get rattled, but I mean, if you're a pitcher, and I mean, you throw a beautiful pitch, 2-strike pitch, and you don't get it, I can't imagine just being out there and just shake it off. I mean, that has to make you angry. That one comes inside, and now a 3-2 pitch. Weekly going to do a little walk on the mound. Maybe get some emotions out. 3-2 pitch to Brooks. 3-1 lead for the Chinooks here in the top of the sixth. 3-2 pitch from Weekly. Nick Brooks at the plate. Here it comes. And that one's in the dirt, and that's going to be a one-out base runner. And we see now how that, obviously it wasn't a missed call because the umpire controls the power, but we see that call of an arguable strike three comes back to haunt them. Preston Pavlica now, who tripled and came around to score in the fourth inning, to the plate now with a runner on first, one out in the top half of the sixth, 3-1 lead for the Chinooks. One out, runner on first. That one's down low for ball one. Weekly steps on, 1-0 count. The minor right fielder at the plate. Nick Brooks stands on first after being walked. Weekly looks over to first. Sets on the mound and delivers. And Pavlica puts that one high, but that's going to sail out of field here. 1-1 pitch coming from Weekly. Pavlica takes his sign from the third base coach. Steps in. Brooks takes his lead off first. 1-1 pitch. And Pavlica out to right field. Gilcrease takes a few steps back and puts that away. And that is out number two. Good bounce back by Weekly to get the second out of the game here. Second out of the inning, I should say. And now Andy Thomas, who's 1 for 2 in this game. And we were talking earlier about maybe why John Groth made the switch. Well, it might have been thanks to this guy. He singled in the fourth inning on a play to Micah Preece, who was in center in that game. It looked like he might die, but instead chose to let it come up. And that put the run on board for the Miners. And now he steps up with the runner on first as he takes that one low for ball one. From Tyler Weekly on the mound, 2 outs, top of the sixth. Runner on first, Andy Thomas at the plate, and 3-1 lead for the Chinooks. 4 outs away are the Chinooks from winning game one of this doubleheader. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike one. One pitch from Weekly. Andy Thomas at the plate. And Thomas sends that to the backstop on the left side. 1-2 count now for the Baylor catcher. Weekly looking for his 5th strikeout here and to get out of the 6th inning with this lead. 3-1 is the lead. 1-2 is the pitch. Runner on first, top of the 6th, 2 outs. And the pitch. And that one's out to right, and Gilcrease going to have to hurry out there. Gilcrease is going to let that one drop. And here comes Brooks around third. Brooks is going to score easily. And Pavlica is going to hold up at second. And this lead is now 3-2 for the Chinooks. And now with 2 outs and a runner on second after that RBI double, Austin Dennis to the plate with a chance to tie this game for the Miners on one swing of the bat. And we're going to have a pitch runner for Andy Thomas. Mike Antico to pitch run here for Andy Thomas to put some speed on the base path. Two outs, runner on second. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks now. And Dennis takes that one in there for strike one. One pitch coming from Weekly, runner on second. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. In the top half of the 6th, again, we only go 7 innings as this is a doubleheader. One pitch from Weekly. And that one's lined over to the right side, foul. 0-2 hole for the Miners shortstop. Oh, 2 pitch. Antico on second. 3-2 lead, the pitch. And that one's chopped into left field. No, again, Shackelford grounds that and throws out to first. And the Chinooks head to the bottom of the 6th, still in the lead here. And when we come back, the Chinooks have a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back. Bottom of the 6th here as the Chinooks look to add some insurance runs with a 3-2 lead. And again, we only play 7 as this is a doubleheader, game 1 of that. as we'll have about a 20 to 30 minute break before we start game 2. So if you're staying with us, we'll probably be back in about 30 minutes to broadcast game 2. Peyton Robinson out on the mound again. Missed a down low ball 1 for Brandon Mitchie at the plate. And some warm-up going down for the Chinooks in that bullpen. And we'll see here if Tyler Weekly starts the 7th or not. 1-0 pitch from Robinson. And Mitchie sends that to center. Ammons is going to go to his left and put that away for out number 1. And Aaron Shackelford now coming to the plate with a 1-run lead. Nobody on and 1 out. Robinson sets the 1-out pitch. And Shackelford pops that up, but that's going to sail foul for strike number 1.
And that foul ball sponsored by Edward Jones, Financial Investments, and Gavin Reed.
1 out, nobody on. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. 0-1 pitch coming to Shackelford. Robinson sets and throws. And Shackelford again sends that a play, a strike 2. 0-2 hole here. Shackelford digs in, hitting from the left side. 0-2 hole from Robinson on the mound. Bottom of the 6th, 1 away. And Shackelford takes that one low and in the dirt for ball 1. One-two pitch, 1 away, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th here. Chinooks lead 3-2. Robinson on the mound. Delivers. And that one again down low, and Shackelford works his way to an even count at 2-2. Luke Coffey on deck for the Chinooks. Hoping to hit with a runner on here. Robinson steps back on the mound. Looks into Shackelford, the 2-2 pitch. And Shackelford splits the infield, and that ball is going to trickle into right. And the Chinooks are going to have a 1-out base runner. Shackelford, not that much contact behind it, but just split the first and second baseman and got through to right field. And now Luke Coffey, with 1 away, going to hit with a runner on first in the bottom of the 6th.
I mean, you can take contact however you want to take it. And now it looks like head coach for the Miners, Ben Taylor, is going to come out here and make a pitching change.
As it sure looks like that, as the Miners have 2 arms getting warm in the bullpen. And we'll see if this is a formality or if this is the actual plug. And it looks like, as the umpire comes to the mound, still not really sure. And there's the sign from Ben Taylor. And we're going to have a pitching change. It's Zach Hardy comes on the mound for the Miners when we come back after this pitching change. 3-2 lead, right on first, and Luke Coffey. They'll play for the Chinooks. We'll be back. And as we're back after that pitching change, on now to pitch for the Miners in the bottom half of the sixth, with one out in this 3-2 ball game lead for the Chinooks. Zach Hardy, the 6'4" right-hander from Chandler Gilbert Community College, comes in with a 1-0 record, ERA of 4, and in 9 innings pitched has 2 saves, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, has allowed 6 hits. And he misses down low to Luke Coffey at the plate, and Aaron Shackelford at first, and Coffey now has a 1-0 count. Hardy, we've seen a lot of. As he has been one of their good setup men there for the Miners. Throws back over to first as Shackelford slides in safely. One-0 pitch coming from Hardy on the mound. Shackelford takes his lead off first. Coffey digs in at the plate. And the pitch. And Coffey rips that out to left field. And that ball is going to die. And Coffey is going to be aboard. And back-to-back singles have the Chinooks in business. Runners on first and second with 1 out. And now Adam Rojas to the plate. And it's bottom half of the sixth with runners on first and second with 1 away. Rojas ripped a line down the right field line his last at-bat, but as he was about ready to turn and head for second, slipped. Ultimately did come around to score on a Jeremy Johnson 2 RBI triple. But it was a sight to see. And now is a chance to give the Chinooks a 2-run lead here with 1 swing of the bat as Aaron Shackelford on second and Luke Coffey on first with only 1 out. And Adam Rojas at the plate. And Rojas sends that out to Ammons in center. Ammons takes a few steps back and puts that away. And Shackelford thought about it for a moment. But after that first pitch fly out, 2 outs now for the Chinooks in the bottom of the sixth. Alex Schmitz now, who tried to put a sac bunt down, but ultimately bunted it up in the air. And Nick Brooks caught that over there at first, comes to the plate with runners on first and second. 2 outs now in this 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Again, when we come back in the top of the seventh, that's the last inning of this game as we only go 7 as we're playing. This is game 1 of a 2-game doubleheader. And so the Chinooks looking to put as many runs on the board here in the bottom of the sixth to have some insurance. 2-out pitch from Hardy on the mound to Schmitz at the plate. And that one is down low, ball 1. One-zero pitch coming from Hardy. Schmitz can get good contact on the ball. Let's see if he can in this at-bat. As if good contact would arguably bring home a run easily. 1-0 pitch to Schmitz at the plate from Oral Roberts University. And Schmitz going to fly that up. And Oscar Marchena out there at second is going to put that away. And we're through 6th. We head to the last and final inning, the 7th, as the Chinooks look to close things out. The big 6'7" right-hander Scott Smith coming on to pitch in this 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Top of the 7th here. Scott Smith on the mound to try to close things out. And misses for ball 1 to Oscar Marchena. Scott Smith comes into this game with a 1-2 record, a 3.64 ERA, in 8 games pitched. That's 12 1/3, 2 saves, 10 strikeouts, 7 walks, and gave up 12 hits as he gets Marchena swinging there for strike 1. We last saw him June 30th against the Oilers. Pitched 1 inning of no-hit baseball, gave up a walk and got a strikeout. As that one is fouled off by Marchena. And now Scott Smith has a chance. They got a strikeout here. 1-2 pitch coming to Oscar Marchena. The 1-2 pitch from Smith. And that one's high. And Rojas doing some good flexibility there to keep that from going to the backstop. 2-2 count now. Coming from the Peachtree City, Georgia native. 2-2 pitch. And that one hangs high for ball 3. Full count now for the big 6'7" right-hander. Smith sets, 3-2 pitch to Marchena. And that one's chopped and gets by. And the Miners going to have a leadoff base runner here to begin things in the final inning, the top of the 7th. Rainer Osmus now, who's 0 for 2 in this game with 2 strikeouts. Struck out swinging in his last at-bat. Excuse me, I spoke too soon. We have a pitch hitter now. Blake Benefield, and oh boy. Blake Benefield, the league leader in home runs. And we'll see here how Scott Smith approaches. Can't blame Taylor and the rest of the Miners staff for putting this on. As now with nobody out and a runner on first, 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Blake Benefield comes to the plate. Big swing in there, but fouls that. Benefield, 6 home runs and a .277 batting average. Sends that to the backstop for strike 1. But if there's anybody we would want facing the big right-hander at the plate, it's our big right-hander on the mound, Scott Smith, who hosted a 92, 93 mile-per-hour fastball on the 0-1 pitch to Benefield at the plate. And that one hangs high, ball 1. Always got to be careful here, dealing with a power guy like Benefield at the plate, especially with a 1-run lead. Nobody out, top of the 7th. And the throw over to first goes in safe. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Now Scott Smith looking to close things out here. 1-1 pitch coming from Smith to Benefield at the plate. And that one hangs inside and hits Benefield. And now going to be runners on first and second. Nobody out. And not the start the Chinooks or Scott Smith wanted. As quickly J.J. Julian drops down to the Chinook bullpen to start getting warmed up. As top of the order now for the Miners, Quinn Cotton comes to the plate. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Chinooks lead 3-2. Scott Smith would absolutely love a ground ball here for the double play opportunity. And that one's down low for ball 1.
Ground ball right here would be crucial and possibly get a double play option working. Be even better if it was into the third base region.
Step on third, start a triple play.
Well, you could, but at least you could try and get the lead runner.
Yeah. And Cotton takes that high and inside ball 2. Well, the last thing you want to do outside of a hit is a walk. And now Chris Beck, the pitching coach for the Chinooks, going to go have a word with his right-hander on the mound. And sadly, this has been a tale a lot of times, is the Chinooks have a lead and have trouble keeping it at the end of the ball games. As Smith, with runners on first and second, that's a 2-0 pitch on its way to Quinn Cotton, who singled in the 5th, but was left on base in his last at-bat. And now we're back after Chris Beck walks back to the dugout. Smith steps back on the mound. Quinn Cotton in the batter's box. Marchena takes the lead off second. Benefield at first. The 2-0 pitch to Cotton. And Cotton sends that one out of play for strike one.
And that foul ball sponsored by Labor Local 341.
2-1 pitch now to the GCU outfielder Quinn Cotton at the plate. Playing the DH role tonight for the Miners. 2-1 pitch from Smith on the mound. And Cotton, another out of play. He evens up the count 2-2. Elijah McNamee on deck for the Miners. But Smith hoping to face him with at least one out here. 2-2 pitch, nobody out. First and second are the Miners base runners with a 3-2 lead in the top of the seventh and final inning of this game. Smith sets the 2-2 pitch. And Cotton a swing and a miss, and Smith back on track. As he gets Cotton swinging and missing there for out number one. And I bet all the Chinooks at least have a small sigh of relief, as now the double play, if it can be issued, will put them out of this game and in the win column. Elijah McNamee 1 for 3 in this game, doubled in the first, but outside of that, nothing at the plate going. Runners on first and second, 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Scott Smith on the mound, one away. Smith sets, and McNamee behind the plate, calls time. Steps back in after that, quick timeout. Marchena at second, Benefield at first, one out, top of the seventh, 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. That one just hangs inside, ball one. Scott Smith on the mound has had some trouble in the past with control, but always seems to be able to battle back and get out of it. And he'll be looking to do the same here. 1-0 pitch with one away, runners on first and second. Smith kicks and deals, coming up. That one hangs high, ball two. Two 2-0 pitch now to the Miner left fielder, Elijah McNamee. Smith sets the 2-0 pitch. In there for strike one. Two 2-1 pitch now from the 6'7" right-hander on the mound to McNamee at the plate. Up high, ball three, and now Smith going to have to be careful here. In danger of walking the bases loaded. 3-1 pitch to McNamee. Hitters count here, as I'm sure the green light will be on for the Miner outfielder. Runners on first and second take their leads. One out, 3-2 lead. And that one's tapped out, and that one's going to drop. And Gilcrease throws that in. It was slow enough that the base runners are going to be held up, and now, after that single by McNamee, runners on every base for Justin Ammons. And that's going to be it for Scott Smith, as J.J. Julian is ready and warm in the bullpen, and Chris Beck walking out. Going to make the pitching change here with bases loaded and one out. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. And we're going to have a pitching change, and we come back. The Chinooks, 2 outs away, but they have to first work with a bases loaded situation. We'll be back. And we're back here. Johnny J.J. Julian on relief with bases loaded, 1 out. 3-2 lead here for the Chinooks again. This game only goes 7, so this is the final inning if the Chinooks can find a way to get 2 outs without allowing a run to score. Justin Ammons stepping to the plate with the Miners. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the first pitch from Julian. And Ammons' first pitch swing and sends that out of play for strike 1.
And that foul ball sponsored by Discovery Pro Recovery and Wellness Center.
The outfield is in here. So if any ball does get there, on the ground at least, the Chinooks are going to do everything in their power to keep it tied. But if J.J. Julian on the mound has anything to say about it, he'll keep it right where it's at, and that's a 1-run lead for the Chinooks. 0-1 pitch. That one's down. Good job by Rogers to keep that in front of him. 1-1 count now to the University of Tennessee center fielder Justin Ammons. Oscar Marchain at third, Blake Benefield at second. And Elijah McNamee at first with 1 out. Top of the 7th, 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. Julian sets on the mound. Ammons at the plate. Hangs high, ball 2. 2-1 at the count now. Bases loaded, 1 away. Julian, a lot of velocity. Looking to put that to use here. 2-1 pitch to Ammons. And Ammons sends that high. Breeze in left field going to give chase, but that ball is going to sail foul. And now Julian going to have a 2-2 pitch to work with here. 2-2 count for J.J. Julian at the plate. Critical strikeout position here if Julian can do it. Bases loaded, 1 away, 2-2 pitch. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks, 2 outs away from putting a win in the win column. Julian sets on the mound. Justin Ammons at the plate, the 2-2 pitch. And can't get that breaking ball down. And Ryan, we're going to put up all the torture all we can. Full count of 3-2. Julian, if he misses, this game is tied. If he puts it in, Ammons could send this ball out somewhere. Or he could get a swing and a miss for strike 3. 3-2 pitch from Julian coming up. Bases loaded. 3-2 lead for the Chinooks. 1 away. Julian. The 3-2 pitch. And Ammons puts some wood on that, but that goes foul. And we'll do it again. Full count again coming up from the Southern Wesleyan University right-hander, J.J. Julian. Julian takes his sign from Rogers from behind the plate. Justin Ammons in the batter's box. 3-2 pitch, 1 out. Bases loaded here. Top of the 7th and final inning. Julian kicks and throws, and that ball's out to center. Johnson going to have to go back, and Johnson is not going to get there. Marchain is going to score, and right behind him was Benefield, but he's held up, and this game is now tied. After a deep single by Ammons, all the base runners had held up. As Johnson looked like he might be able to get to that, but ultimately, this game is now tied at 3, and bases loaded still for the Miners with only 1 out. And now the Miners not only can take the lead, but with bases loaded, 1 out, can put the Chinooks in a hole. Nick Brooks now, who's 0 for 1 in this game with a walk and a sac fly, steps to the plate with 1 away in a 3-3 ball game. Julian, the pitch. And Brooks takes that one low for ball 1. One-0 pitch coming from Julian and Nick Brooks at the plate. 3-3 ball game here in the top of the 7th. And Nick Brooks takes that one in the air for strike 1. Bases loaded. Tie game after Justin Ammons singled home a run to tie this game up in the top of the 7th. Reminder again, as this is a doubleheader, this is the final inning, at least in official play. So if the Miners get another run across, the Chinooks will be at their last at-bats in the bottom of the inning. 1-1 pitch to Brooks. And that one's down low, ball 2. Bases loaded, 2-1 pitch to Nick Brooks at the plate coming up. And bases loaded with one away, top of the seventh. J.J. Julian on the mound. Nick Brooks at the plate. Julian sets the 2-1 pitch. That one's low. Ball 3. Hitters count now of 3-1. And Julian has to find the strike zone here. 3-1 pitch. 1 out. Bases loaded. 3-3 ball game. 3-1 pitch coming up. Down low and a run scores on a walk. Miners take a 4-3 lead now. As the Miners crowd has come alive here in Chugiak. And still, only 1 out in this top of the 7th. The Miners have put 2 on the board. And now bases loaded, still only 1 out. 4-3 lead for the Miners in the top half of the 7th. That one's low for ball 1, and Julian struggling now to find the strike zone. One 0 pitch coming from Julian to Preston Pavlik at the plate. 0 for 3 in this game. Excuse me, 1 for 3 in this game. And that one in there for strike 1. One pitch to Julian, or from Julian. Up high, ball 2. Bases loaded, 2-1 pitch coming to Pavlika. 4-3 lead for the Miners now after they put 2 in this inning. And Pavlika sails that out of play. 2-2 count. Two pitch from Julian to Preston Pavlika. 2-2 pitch. That one just misses outside, ball 3. And this umpire sticking to his guns here on that strike call. Full count, and Julian once again in danger of walking in back-to-back batters. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded, 4-3 lead. In the top half of the 7th. Julian the pitch. That's outside. That's ball 4. And another run comes home for the Miners. 5-3 lead now. And if you're the Chinooks, with the way the pitching's been going, you just need to give them pitchers to hit and have your infield and outfield come back and have your back here. As this game is flipped upside down, the Chinooks were well in control. Up 3-2 coming into this inning. And now the Miners have put 3 on the board to take a 5-3 lead. Bases loaded with still 1 out. Ryan Haug now come to the plate. Bases loaded, 1 away. Haug takes that one low for ball 1. One 0 pitch. That one's out to right field and has a chance to drop. Gilcreast's going to give chase, but that one just going to sail foul. As that was in a dangerous position. 1-1 pitch now to Howard. One pitch. Coming to Haug at the plate. One pitch to Haug. Bases loaded. And Haug fouls that out of play. 1-2 pitch now coming up
Financial Investments in Gavin Reed.
One-two pitch coming to Haug. And a swing and a miss. And there finally is out number 2. Austin Dennis now coming to the plate, 5-3 lead for the Miners. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Julian, the 2-out first pitch. And Dennis going to hold up there, and there's strike 1. A 1 pitch from Julian. Outside, ball 1. Julian looks into Dennis. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-3 for the Miners. Julian sets and throws. That one hangs high for ball 2. Two one pitch from the Chinook right-hander on the mound. Austin Dennis in the batter's box. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Dennis fouls down to the backstop, even count at 2-2 now. Two pitch coming from Julian. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Ooh, and that hangs high, and that gets by Rojas. And Ammons thought about it for a moment. Elected not to go in. Full count now. And Julian has to find the strike zone here. Julian, the full count. 3-2 pitch coming up. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 5-3 lead for the Miners, top of the 7th. Julian gets a sign from Rojas from behind the plate. Sets on the mound. And that is down low. And once again, the Miners are going to come home with a run on the walk. 6-3 lead now for the Miners. Austin Bull now. Pitch hitting here for Oscar Marchena. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Coming to Bull. 6-3 lead for the Miners after 4 runs across the plate. Have scored here. That one's up high, ball 1. Bull comes in to pitch hit for Oscar Marchena, who all started it on a single to right field to lead things off, which started a Miners hit parade that's given them 4 runs. 1-1 pitch from Julian. And Bull fouls that out of play. 1-2 pitch now.
And that foul ball sponsored by Discovery Goat Recovery and Wellness Center.
Julian sets on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Coming to Bull. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 6-3 lead for the Miners. Top half of the 7th. 1-2 pitch from Julian. Up high, ball 2. 2-2 pitch coming from Julian with the bases loaded. And a 3-run lead for the Miners. Up high, ball 3. Full count now for Julian on the mound. Julian, 33 pitches with only 1 out to show for it. 3-2 pitch, bases loaded. And a swing and a miss by Bull. And the Chinooks finally get out of the top half of the 7th. On 3 hits, the Miners plate 4. And we head to the bottom of the 7th as the Chinooks look to come back in this game down 6-3. When we come back, the Chinooks have their last tax of the ball game. And now in the bottom of the 7th, after the Miners got 4 across. They now have a 6-3 lead as the Chinooks have to put 3 to keep this game going. Thaddeus Ward. Josh Green on the pitch for the Miners. Puts that one in there for strike 1. Gilcrease looking to start things here with the Chinooks on this comeback trail. A 1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. One pitch coming to the Baylor Bear. 2 for 2 in this game with 2 singles. Came around a score in the 5th inning. Put the Chinooks up in this game. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. 1-2 pitch coming to Levi Gilcrease at the plate. Top of the order. Mike Capri's on deck. Green, the pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 2. Two pitch coming from Green on the mound. And Gilcrease chops that. Out to Dennis at short. Dennis over to first, and that is out number 1. Mike Capri's now, who's over 3 in this game, comes up for the Chinooks with 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th, reminder again, this is the last inning. As once this game concludes, there will be about a 20 to 30 minute break, and they'll begin game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Green, the 1 out pitch, and Prees right back to Dennis. Dennis fields down at the quick throw to first, and that is the 2nd out of the inning. And now Jeremy Johnson will try to keep things going for the Chinooks as the Chinooks are down to their last out. as they're down here 6-3.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 14, Jeremy Johnson.
Green sets on the mound, facing Johnson with 2 outs, 1 out away from getting the Miners the first win of the night. Johnson takes that one high, ball 1. Johnson 2 for 3 in this game. In the 6th, had a 2 RBI triple. Johnson takes that one in there for strike 1. One pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch now to the Auburn outfielder. Josh Green on the mound. The 2-1 pitch. Down for ball 3. Now Johnson going to work with the hitter's count of 3-1 here. Johnson looking to start things for a 2-out rally of sorts for the Chinooks. 6-3 lead for the Miners. 3-1 pitch, bottom of the 7th. And there for strike 2. And now Johnson has to protect as the Chinooks are down to their last out and strike of the ball game. 3-2 pitch from Green. And a swing and a miss by Johnson. And that's out number 3, and the Chinooks go down 6-3. As that is the final. The Miners win game 1 of this doubleheader, 6-3. Do not go anywhere, as we're going to take a 20-minute break, and we'll be back with game number 2, as you can find that right back at Chinooks Radio YouTube channel. 6-3 is the final, as the Miners win game 1. But we'll be back, hopefully, with better results, as the Miners go to 16-7. Excuse me, 16-8, and the Chinooks fall to 9-13. But in about 20 to 30 minutes, we'll start game 2 of this doubleheader. And that's going to do it in this broadcast. 6-3 is the lead and the win for the Miners.